Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I thought that it would be fun to just do like a little hangout video with me, just throughout the week, little things that I want you to hang out with me while I do. So right now, I am in the mood to decorate my journal. I've done a video on this before, if you're interested in checking that out. I have this little, try to block the this little tin embossed sword that I made, not in the last video, I think maybe the video before that. Anyway, it's a tin embossing video if you guys want to check that out. And it looks so cute. Just like that in the middle of my journal. So I just kind of want to play around, decorate, and see what looks cute. Yeah, so come hang out with me while I do that. Everything I'm using for this project is obviously my journal, this little tin embossed piece that I made. I made these little stencils, just some easy Sacred Heart looking guys. I'm gonna use fabric this time to decorate my journal instead of decorative paper. I think it'll just like look nicer. And that's really it. This is what the journal looks like with the fabric all glued down. I am obsessed with it. The back is a little bit wonky, but the back is really none of my business. Next, I'm going to tin emboss the little Sacred Hearts. I did do a video on this already, so I am not gonna go into too much detail, but you just set the stencil down and then take this little tool and literally just trace it onto the tin. It's very easy. These are the hearts all finished. And then I am just going to glue each one of them down onto each corner of my journal. And then I'm going to take my little sword piece and put it in the center of my journal. And here it is all finished. I am obsessed with it. Hello and good morning. It is my day off today, so I was thinking, now that we have a couch in our spare bedroom, I could start decorating it. We don't fully have everything that I would like to have in this room, but like, you know, such is the case when you move to a new place. Anyway, so I want to decorate. I definitely had a different idea in mind for this room when we first moved in, but now that we have this couch, I kind of want to go a different route, you know? And because of that, I don't think that I have as much decor pieces as I would like, but we're still going to make do with what we have. And then let me just show you what we're working with so far. Okay, very vulnerable. This is exactly what the room looks like as of right now. In the mornings, I get ready for the gym and for work in here so I don't wake Connor up. And then the intention of this room is to be a game room, craft room. So I have all of my crafts everywhere, as you can see. And then in this little corner, it's full of all of the decorations that I was intentionally going to put in this room. But now I'm kind of questioning what should actually go in this room and what I maybe should put elsewhere. So when we first moved in, I went thrifting with my parents and found this really cool, like retro 60s, 70s. Here, let me just show you. I found this blanket, which I still do love, and I think it'll fit in this room regardless. So the vibe was going to be like a 60s, 70s kind of mod room. And that could still work, and I do think that I just enjoy that era, so I always will, you know, purchase things that like fit that vibe. And I do think that the couch still could like fit the vibe, but I kind of want to reroute my initial idea. But my point is, a lot of the decorations that I saved for this room kind of fit that vibe, and now I kind of want to go like a more, I don't know, whimsical vibe. Not that that's not whimsical. I'll just insert pictures. I think that would be a better way to explain this to you. So that is what we are going to try to aim for. Again, I definitely do not have enough things to fill up this room quite yet. That's going to happen over time, but I would like to start on it today so it's not just this empty kind of catch-all box that I just end up throwing things in. So I'm going to go through that little pile in the corner and kind of decide what I do want to use as decor in here and what I think would maybe look better in our kitchen's not decorated yet, and our bathroom is not decorated either. So maybe I could put some pieces there or in the living room. I don't know. We'll see what will work in here and we will see what doesn't. All right, so it turns out I'm actually going to use most of the things that I have saved for this room. You can kind of tell, like, see that like fits like the 60s vibe. I think for these frames, I'm going to replace a lot of the pictures in them. I think I might want to like DIY this one, maybe paint it so it's not so blue. The blue is fun for like the little, you know, the original vibe that I was going for this room. I did notice, however, that a lot of the like decor pieces that I saved for this room are just like my little guys that I have. I have a lot of little Pop Mart guys, my little caterpillar from the labyrinth, a little troll doll. And that's not really, you know, decor. My other decor are like little pots that I want to put plants in, but it is currently January. So I guess I could go check a nursery. Anyway, so plants will come later. I did buy this beautiful little lantern from World Market during my last trip to Salt Lake to visit some friends and my siblings, and I got these two little cuties there as well, if you saw that video. I have a bunch of art that my sister has made, But I think I'm also going to wait to hang that stuff up too, because I kind of want to make like a cute framed collage or something out of it. I'll insert some pictures to show you what I'm kind of thinking. The only things that I am not planning on using in this room are these little wall tapestry things and this little mushroom guy. These definitely fit, like you can see with like the blanket, this like frame. It's gonna be a cute little 60s vibe, and it still could be. I just want to go a different route. I think I'd be happier with this new route that I'm going. So I think I might put these in the kitchen, or maybe I'm done with mushrooms. I don't know. My sister says that mushrooms are the new mustaches for those that get it. You get it. But I do still love that little butterfly tapestry, so I won't hear any butterfly slander. But I still think the mushrooms are cute, and I don't want to, I don't know. Maybe I'll have to get rid of it. I don't know. This is a gift from my sister, so I'm definitely not getting rid of this one. I will find a place for it, and maybe it will end up going in this room. I don't know. But we're just gonna start decorating and see where we get with it, you know? I also forgot to show, sorry, I'm watching Drew. This lamp is also a reason why I kind of wanted to reroute what I was already thinking, even though, again, everything that I like is kind of cohesive, so this would still like fit the like 60s vibe, obviously, but I just kind of want to go a different route, you know? And I have these little floating shelves that I don't necessarily like love, but I do think that they're going to come in handy. So I am going to use, I think, at least 2 of them. And then I have this sword. And when we moved from Salt Lake, sorry, that was loud. I was going to get rid of this little bow that I made. And Connie really didn't want me to, which is so cutie pie of him. So I am going to include those in it as well, you know? I don't know what to do. Holy fuck. Okay, I think I have finished decorating for now. Like I said, I don't really have a ton of stuff to fill the space entirely. And it's definitely not set in stone what I have put up, but I do kind of want to show you what I have so far and kind of my idea for the rest of the room, I guess. Anyway. Okay, so that is hilarious. I'm still watching Drew. That is my sister's art and some tin embossing that I've done. I'm leaving it there because I don't want to forget to make that little DIY. Anyway, up above here, I hung that up. Again, all of my little guys on it. That's not set in stone, but for now, that's how it's gonna be. I want to, right above this couch, make a little driftwood, like a stained driftwood shelf to put some drapey plants and maybe a mirror above it. I'm not sure what I'll put on it, but I definitely want like a little driftwood shelf to go there. In this corner, I have the sword and the bow and some more like little floating shelves and the mushrooms that I was talking about earlier. But I think I want to take the monstera that is in our living room and put it there, and then get a different plant to put where our monstera is, because it is getting gigantic and it is kind of annoying to sit on the couch with all of the leaves everywhere. I don't think that that's a big enough corner, so I'll probably just have to move this a little closer to the guitars. It is kind of like a tight fit, but I think it's okay for now. Oh, that's the desk. I'm gonna show a reveal. I'm not gonna give too much away. Anyway, this wall is entirely blank still because like I said earlier, it's going to be a game room as well as a little craft room. So I want to have a little TV stand and a TV, and then I will fill this wall once we have that in place. But it feels kind of silly to decorate this area without it being entirely finished, you know? Yeah. Nothing is set in stone currently. It's cute so far. But yeah, that's the room. I'll show a reveal.
55 degrees. Half the country is freezing. It's messed up, dude.
60 deaths is crazy. What are you doing?
Winter time.
What are you doing? Your face, huh? Hello and good morning. This morning I felt like making a necklace, so I wanted to bring you along with me. I got these cute little pearl beads earlier this week, so I wanted to use these. Here's a little close-up of what they look like. I'm not totally sure exactly what I want to make. I have this orange shell that I think is so cute and this gold necklace that I am tearing apart because I love these little, I don't know what you would call them, just little decor pieces. And then obviously I want to include the pearls. Also, sorry about my voice. I did catch a cold, so excuse the sniffles. Here I'm just attempting to see what it will all look like together. And I'm not super pleased with it, as you can see, but we'll get there. Hello, it is Saturday night and I just made some cookies. And I kind of just want to watch a movie. Connor works pretty late tonight, and I really want to start watching movies again. I don't know what happened. I kind of like fell off of my movie game, and I really used to enjoy watching movies. Anyway, I have two movies that I cannot decide between. The first one is called Faust. I don't know how to pronounce it, but it is a silent horror film from 1920 something. I don't know. I'll insert the correct date of when it came out. But it looks so fun. I recently watched Alice in Wonderland. It was a silent film from 1917, and it was so weird and cool and fun, and the costumes were so fun. The set was so fun. So I think that could be a lot of fun. The other movie that I want to watch is Picnic at Hanging Rock. I don't know like a ton about it other than Florence Welch said it was one of her favorite movies of all time. The costume design looks insane. I think it also might be a horror film, or at least like a psychological, I don't know. I really don't know that much about it other than it looks fun. And I can't decide between the two of them. So I think I have to flip a coin to decide. So hold on, let me grab a coin. Okay, I found the coin. That was the worst. Heads. We're watching Picnic at Hanging Rock.
What we see and what we seem are but a dream. Rough winds do shake the darling parts of May, and summer's lease hath all too short a day. Sometime too hot the eye of heaven shines.
Vale.